Hey, I'm making this video to share with you that there's going to be a pretty big shift or a pivot or an expansion of the Rapid Flow company. I feel like the first 3 years we've been very much about the rapid part, about making products to help musicians be more effective, more efficient in the studio. But I realize now, after coaching musicians in the last few months one-on-one, that there's a big need also for things that help people feel better, not only in the studio, but life in general. And we're going to be expanding into offering coaching not only about music production, but also about, how you can just generally feel more balanced or more content or more joyous in life. And because I've just realized in conversations with musicians that many of us in today's society just struggle with all kinds of topics related to stress and being able to manage maybe work, family, and something we're very passionate about with music. Maybe we're also dealing with challenging relationships or a challenging past. And I've been very lucky that I have my wife, who has given me a ton of amazing input to help me, I think, grow and become more integrated and more patient as a person. But also I did travel to India, to Osho's ashram there, and spent many months there learning about meditation and somatic practices. And I did the same in the Muji ashram here in Portugal. So I've been very blessed to have a lot of experience around these topics that has massively helped me in my life. If you're interested to learn more about this in person and in the short term, in a very compact space of time, we currently actually have one space left for the Rapid Flow retreat here in Portugal. It's taking place from the 7th to the 11th of June, and we're going to be working with really amazing coaches, looking at spanning the breadth from meditation to advanced studio techniques, from somatic practices and yoga to sound healing, to getting the most out of the Rapid Flow template, to mixing and mastering. It's going to be a really, really amazing deep dive into a very broad scope between a social media detox, advanced music production technologies, and meditation and yoga, somatic practices, sound healing, and just a fantastic time with friends in the sun here in Portugal. So this is starting in exactly 1 week. We're going to be meeting with friends from all over the world for this. There's people coming from LA, from India, from Spain, from Germany, from Switzerland, from the Netherlands. It's a wonderful group of people that we have here. There's also going to be an amazing chef who's going to be cooking vegan food for us every day. So if you're feeling called for this, please reach out to me and we can connect, and I would love to welcome you to the Flow Retreat. It's very much geared towards uniting these things, so the technical aspects of music production with, learning about meditation and somatic practices and letting go, to actually bring all that together to not only be able to create music more in a state of flow, but actually also to maybe also get to a better place in life where you just feel more content or more peaceful, and where maybe there's a chance that we can share the realization that we are not our thoughts and we are not our emotions. We perceive them and they're definitely a part of us and they're super important, but we don't have to always go fully into them. And we do have a say in how strongly these impact our day-to-day and our mood, and whether or not it's something that we choose to let it run our lives, or whether we actually are aware that we are experiencing these things without being totally swept away by them. So Eckhart Tolle, who's someone that I listen to a lot, calls this the ripples on the surface of the ocean. And when you're in the middle of these kind of mind storms or very heavy emotional phases, you're on the ripples, and it's very hard to realize that you're actually a part of this huge ocean, which is our presence, our awareness, our consciousness. And this is something that we are now looking to see how we can share it more with people. And I know this may seem a little bit esoteric or maybe a bit weird or something, but I've just come to realize that I think this is one of the biggest gifts that I've been given in life through the life path that I had and the people that I met that, for example, brought me to Pune, to India, to this amazing ashram. but also just travels and people I've met along the way. And I've come into a fantastic group of friends and practitioners and coaches, and actually new people that are coming now to work inside Rapid Flow that are all very deep into all these spaces that we are all feeling very passionate about. And it just kind of the penny dropped that I said, why aren't we actually also offering more in this space? Because it's so important, and it's not always easy to find, I think, the right people that you can connect with. And the people that I've met now that we're preparing all this with are each and every one of them amazing in their own right. Yeah, if this is interesting for you, please sign up for our newsletter on the website. We're going to be sharing more information about this as it's now coming together. The whole Rapid Flow team actually is coming to Portugal so that we can discuss these things and start preparing for this and planning for this. And I think investing a small amount into your mental health not only will help you just for life in general, but also for your music and studio work. And someone that I did a masterclass with once said something very poignant about this, which is actually the amazing Frank Wiedemann of and he works with Ryix and a bunch of other amazing musicians. He said, your music will only ever sound as you are on the inside. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, if you're wondering why your music tends to always sound a certain way, the key may not be to buy a MIDI chord pack, but actually to look at what's happening inside you and why you're feeling maybe compelled to always go in a certain direction musically, if maybe you would actually also like to explore different directions. So I think this is something where we can bring a lot of value to people's lives and to our, I don't want to call it customer base, but I guess that's the correct lingo. But I mean, I consider every single one person that has bought a Rapid Flow product somehow like a buddy, like, you know, we're partners in crimes. There are musicians also that, like me and many others, have just struggled to get, you know, to get their mixes and everything done in a way that felt fun and sounded professional. So I feel like this is something that I want to share with friends. And I know that everyone new that's come into the team feels the same way. Everyone's very passionate about sharing this, you know, in some cases very ancient knowledge, in other cases very modern approach towards not only music production, but life in general. So this was the big news and what I wanted to share with you. Please leave some comments below if you think this is interesting or cool, or if you think this is super weird, then feel free to share that also. That's totally fine. And if you want to know more, please join the newsletter, and I look forward to seeing you either on the Flow retreat or on our newsletter or a next video here on YouTube. All right, I hope you've been well, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.